On Monday, September 23, the trial against Filippo Turetta for the femicide of Giulia Cecchettin, which occurred in November 2023, began in the Assize Court of Venice. Turetta is 23 years old. He is accused of voluntary homicide aggravated by premeditation, cruelty, brutality, kidnapping, concealment of a corpse, and stalking. He risks life imprisonment. Giulia Cecchettin was 22 years old. She lived in Viganovo, in the province of Venice. She was a student of biomedical engineering at the University of Padua, where she should have graduated last winter. Turetta attended the same university. He was from Torreglia, in the province of Padua. The two had had a relationship, which Giulia then decided to end. They had nevertheless continued to see each other and study together. On the evening of November 11, 2023, Turetta went to pick up Giulia by car to spend a few hours together. Giulia sent her last message to her sister shortly before 11 o'clock. A witness reported seeing a man and a woman arguing in a parking lot in Viganovo, not far from Giulia's house. It was 11:15 on November 11th. According to her testimony, the woman asked for help, but was then convinced to get back in the car. The witness called the emergency number. In the meantime, the car drove off. The search began after Giulia's family filed a missing person report. Investigators reconstructed the movements of Turetta's car up to the border with Austria and then to Germany. Initially, the Venice prosecutor's office opened an investigation for missing persons, which turned into an investigation for attempted murder after the acquisition of a video dating back to November 11, in which Turetta was seen attacking, injuring, and forcibly loading Giulia into a car in the industrial area of Fosso, in the province of Venice. Giulia Cecchettin's body was found on Saturday, November 18. It was covered by some black bags, at the foot of a slope in the Calti Valley in the area of the municipality of Barsis, in Friuli. The following day, Sunday, November 19, Turetta was arrested a few kilometers from the town of Bad Dürrenberg, near Leipzig, in eastern Germany. He was stopped on the side of the highway. The car was out of gas. He immediately confessed to killing Giulia. Since then, Turetta has been in the Montorio prison in Verona. During the first interrogation, on December 1 of last year, he explained in detail how he had killed Giulia. He said, among other things, that he had attempted suicide and then given up. After the confession, Turetta's lawyers decided to ask for an immediate trial, a special procedure that allows one to move from the preliminary investigations directly to the trial phase, that is, to what is commonly called the trial. Unlike other special procedures, such as plea bargaining, an immediate trial does not provide advantages for the accused, such as a reduction in sentence. Turetta was not present in the courtroom at the first hearing. His lawyer, Giovanni Caruso, did not request a psychiatric evaluation. This means that the mental health of the 23-year-old was not questioned and he was therefore tried. Several of Giulia's relatives, including her father, sister, and brother, as well as several associations against violence against women and the municipalities of Fosso, where the femicide occurred, and Viganovo, where the Cecchettin family lives, have asked to join the civil action. This means that they feel damaged by the crime, and in the event of a final conviction, they will be able to ask for compensation. The father has asked for over €1 million in compensation. The lawyer defending Turetta opposed the request to join the civil action of the associations and municipalities, but not of the relatives. The requests will have to be accepted by the judge. A brutal murder, but there is no aggravating circumstance of cruelty, claims defense attorney Caruso. Public prosecutor Andrea Petroni has called about 30 people to testify, half of whom are carabinieri who participated in the investigation. The list also includes Giulia Cecchettin's father, Gino, her sister Elena, and some friends called to tell of Turetta's obsession with the 22-year-old. The man who called 112 after hearing Turetta and Giulia arguing in the parking lot also testified, as well as the forensic doctors who examined the wounds on the girl's body. Forensic Dr. Monica Cucci, from Milan, is the only person called by the defense to testify. On Monday, November 25, 2024, the public prosecutor of the Venice Prosecutor's Office requested that Filippo Turetta be sentenced to life imprisonment for the femicide of Giulia Cecchettin. In his closing speech before the Assize Court of Venice, prosecutor Andrea Petroni requested life imprisonment for Filippo Turetta, accused of aggravated voluntary homicide, kidnapping and concealment of the body of his ex-girlfriend Giulia Cecchettin. In the front row, next to the defense, was the defendant. Life imprisonment has long been considered an inhuman and degrading punishment. Punishments must tend to the re-education of the convicted. Life imprisonment is the tribute that the rule of law pays to the vengeful punishment. This is one of the passages of the speech of Giovanni Caruso, Turetta's lawyer, who yesterday reconstructed the story of Giulia's murder, defending the position of his client. For the prosecutor, however, cruelty is there indeed. Turetta tore the girl's body with 75 stab wounds, also on the face, and the defense injuries testify with how much brutality he acted. Even the crime of stalking contested by the defense, according to the prosecutor, is widely supported by evidence and testimonies. Today, December 3, 2024, the verdict of the trial arrived. Filippo Turetta was sentenced to life imprisonment for the femicide of his ex-girlfriend Giulia Cecchettin. The sentence of the Assize Court of Venice was read a short while ago by the president of the college, Stefano Manduzio. The case of Filippo Turetta and Giulia Cecchettin is a mirror of a disturbing reality. Gender violence is a social emergency that we can no longer ignore. Giulia is no longer with us, but her story must serve as a warning. Let's continue to talk about it, to inform ourselves, to fight for a safer world for all women. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel and share it. Awareness is the first step towards change.